I do. Hey there, Floss Tube. This is Kathy with Hands On to 9, and I'm coming today with another family member. This is
Ben.
He is not just my summer intern, but he is also my oldest child. So it's been kind of fun working together this summer. And let's see, today is his last official day. It was supposed to be actually a couple weeks ago, but they kept playing with his start date. And Billy works, where do you work?
Morningside College.
Morningside College. And where do you work? What do you do there?
Good. Prep and dishes.
Yeah, you do prep work and dishes. You're really good at the prep work. He works in there kind of like almost like a sous chef, doing lots of chopping and lots of cutting. He started this job last summer. I gotta feed him lunch. He's getting a little tired here. But anyway, they sent me a picture from his first week on the job when he was doing, he was wearing he wears a little chef hat, and he's got his nice shirt that he has to wear, and he has a really big knife. And I'm sure it's this big, but to me it was like, that looks really, really sharp. And you do wear, what do you wear?
Cutting glove.
A cutting glove. It's got a mesh inside of it. So he comes home with all of these. So that makes me feel a little bit better. So you like your job?
Mm-hmm.
You like it better than working for Mom? Oh, he's not going to answer that one. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about 12 days because, and I feel like I'm so much taller than you. I'm going to sit down a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about 12 days because if you've been doing the series at all, this guy's probably folded and packed your order. Our charts come in 2 separate pieces. They come, the printer prints the Billy killed me with the yarn. Oh my gosh, I need to feed him apparently. Anyway, our charts come, the covers come separately from the insides, and those come pre-folded. And then what do you got to do from there?
Put it in a bag.
Yeah, what he doesn't want to say is that this is the 3rd time I made him do it. Do this video, and he's ready to be done. So I think I'm gonna let you eat lunch, and then I'll be right back. Billy, you're cracking me up. Okay, I'm back, and just, you know, in case you're wondering, Billy's sitting right here next to me eating his lunch, so I'm feeding him. There he is. Proof. Okay, all right, so talk a little bit about the 12 days series. I really hope we're going to get through this today. A little bit more about the 12-day series. 6 charts, obviously 12 days. They're all out now. So the last one came out in July, and I timed them that way so that you would have the opportunity to get them stitched and get them finished before the holidays. And speaking of finishing, in case you didn't read it in the 50 million places I located it, there is a finishing tutorial on my website, handsondesign.biz. There are also templates that you can print out for the different shapes of the different days. Each one really is different. You don't have to follow my shape. You're more than welcome to do, you know, whatever you want to do. I have loved seeing the pictures of the various, a lot of stitchers have been keeping up right along. I get emails from you, when's the next one coming out? I've seen people stitch it on different colors. Surprisingly, everybody has stayed fairly true to the floss colors. So if you did different flosses, send me an email. But I've seen it stitched on hunter green. I've seen it stitched on teal blue. It's gorgeous on the teal blue, let me tell you. I've also seen it stitched on LaDDa, a beautiful red LaDDa. This, of course, is the 28 count Aztec Red Gingham from Weeks Dye Works, but I've seen it done on a 14 count LaDDa, one from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, and also one from Picture This Plus, and just beautiful. I did even see somebody do it on they said that it was a shade they had found in their stash, some 18 count LaDDa I don't even think it comes in that color anymore, so it could be discontinued. But anyway, just so even I've also seen it stitched on just kind of a basic raw color in as the background. Look gorgeous on that too. So I hope as the season comes that you also send pictures of how you use them in your decorating. I do intend to actually, if you can you see behind me? Okay, there. I had that mantle built. We actually did a lot of remodeling here in the shop in the home. Well, it is kind of my shop too. I work here. But we did a lot of remodeling over the last couple of years, and I had the whole fireplace surround redone, and I love my mantle, and it's the one thing that I like to change out every year with decorations. I don't think I ever do it the same way twice. I have a thing for ornaments. I could probably, I don't know, what do you think, Billy? I could probably decorate at least 5 full Christmas trees well. I'm not like some people I know. I'm no Priscilla. If you ever check it, she'll be I think she's probably already planning her Christmas decorations. They're just awesome. But anyway, so I am going to do a 12 days mantle this year. And through this whole process, my parents happened to see that I was doing a 12-day series, and they said, you know, we've got these old ornaments from Grandma Wutsky, that's my dad's mom, and I don't know whether they held on to them when they were cleaning out her house or what, but what made them hold on to them, I don't know. Just these cute little, I don't know, well, they said, would you like them? And I'm like, absolutely. They sent me a few pictures by email. So when they came out for my other son's graduation this summer, they brought me a bag. And I saved the bag because look at that. It's in the old original Lee Ward bag. I mean, Lee Ward hasn't been around for ever. But inside, it is full of all these little teeny tiny figurines from the 12 days. Like there's, you know, one of the little dancing ladies. Some are in their original packaging. That one was 90 cents. Woo-hoo. And some are in just like little sandwich bags. That's, I believe my Piper's piping are all in a jumble in there. Some, my swans, are still in, again, their original package with their original Lee Ward's label, 79 cents. And the whole gaggle is in that bag. So I can't wait this year to decorate my mantle with my new ornaments and with all these fun little family bits. So, and the really treasure to me, and I think I'm gonna frame this and put it on the mantle with everything. This was in the bag, and I don't even know if my parents realized it was in there. It looks like it was part of it because it's ripped up here. It looks like it was part of like a Christmas card, which I know my grandmother did a lot. She used them as gift tags on things later. But on the other side was the 12 days of Christmas, and it looks like somebody had done a little inventory because apparently there's only 4 rings. Somebody made off with one of the gold rings. But the fun part is that's my grandma's handwriting. It's kind of cool, I think. So, so there you go. That's 12 days. So I've had just a lot of fun with the series. I know a lot of, you know, designers do 12 days. I kind of adopted the saying that within every designer, I think it's a 12 days. I think you're capable of it. Just, you know, do it in your own style. I do have to say a very special thank you to the ladies of Just Another Button Company who helped me with all the buttons. Cecile and Rachel are very dear friends of mine, and we've worked on a lot of projects together. And oh, I have to shout out to Cecile. Let me tell you, on the 9 ladies dancing, I wanted little ballet shoes. And do you know how hard it is to make a ballet shoe in that small section? So I happened to be working with them. I was at their house, and we sat down one evening, and Cecile grabbed a piece of graph paper, and she's like, let's work this out. So she actually helped me with the 12 days, or the ballet slipper on the 9 ladies dancing. So woohoo! Thanks, Cecile, for your part in this. Also, of course, the buttons, the day buttons at the top. They completely designed the whole new 12 day set for the series. And I just think they make it. They just top it perfectly and help give it that nice, just classic look. So, so anyway, 12 days. When you get yours done, please share pictures. When you decorate this year, please share pictures. I just love to see that. So I have a couple, oh, I have a finish that's not my design. I had a few days where I was sort of in between projects, but you know, I like to stitch at night. And I've had this chart, this Wicked Witch from LaDDa, had this probably 4 or 5 years, something like that. And I just had about 2 hours worth of stitching to finish it once and for all. So, ta-da! Ding dong, the design is done. So finally got it finished. This is not the called for linen, and it is not the called for threads. I saw the model stitched up at a shop in Omaha, which is kind of among the few of the shops close to me, at For the Love of Stitching, and she had it as a model on the wall, and I just said, I want that. I believe it's 30 count Havana Weeks Dye Works linen, and I did use 2 shades, Gentle Art Tin Bucket and Weeks Dye Works Onyx is the fabric. So, I mean, are the threads. So I'm going to prepare that to be finished. So woohoo, a finish for me, which is a rare thing indeed. So I had a little more time and picked up one of the items. I think I showed this to you in a video where I had it kitted. It's from my friend Tracy, arranging vegetables. And I changed the colors, and I just about an evening's worth of work, and that's what I have so far. So it's a 36 count, 1 ply over 2. And you know, when you do 1 ply, forget how much I like that. It goes so quickly. You don't have to lay, you don't have to railroad, you don't have to, just stitch. Lots of fun. Are the cookies good? Okay. So, oh, another whip. This is what I was completing the design, which is why I had a couple evenings of not stitching hands-on things. It really is very rare that happens. So I was happy I got a finish and a start out of it. But the next chalk for the home, the fall, is out. If you see Priscilla, who I've talked about in a previous video, aka the Chalk Lady, she and I worked together as a collaboration on the, well, we've done several series now, and she and her daughter are doing a Floss Tube now. Really, they're very cute together. And I had to crack up in the last one. I said, it was funny, Priscilla told her daughter Chelsea she was grounded. I thought that was kind of funny. I could never tell you you were grounded, right? But anyway, so she showed you the colors, so you have to go check out her Floss Tube. And this is, I mean, you don't really see much, but the large piece is off at the stitcher right now. I do usually stitch them, but I can't this time. I want to get it out the first part of September, and next week I'm actually in St. Charles, Missouri at the Needlework Galleria. I'm gone pretty much all week because I'm doing a front end visit at Just Another Button Company, and then we're gone to set up, and I teach class, I do a round robin, and I'm open for sales. And this is a fun gathering. I've got a couple special little kits that I'm bringing. I use it as sort of a test market. Like last year, actually, I did a test market on what became the 12-day series, so you never know what I'm gonna bring. But anyway, so I'm stitching the small autumn piece, and then the larger one is off at the very capable stitcher of mine. So that will be coming out soon. I love this design. I really do. One last little word I want to talk to you about. You might have seen on my Facebook page, and I think I did post it on Instagram as well. This is a little piece I did. It's called The Smallest Seed. I designed it in honor, or not in honor really, but for the needlework shop in Italy called Casa Sanina. I will put that also in the notes. They approached several designers about donating pieces, designing and donating pieces to help in the rebuilding effort. They had an earthquake there about a year ago, and some of the smaller villages are really having a hard time getting the funds to rebuild. And I'll be perfectly honest, when I got the email, I kind of didn't think anything of it right away. And I was talking to one of the other designers that participated and said, did you get this? And we were kind of, you know, comparing notes. And I was talking to my husband at dinner one night, and he said, you know, that might be a really neat way to reach out to help an area that, I mean, you know, it's overseas, it's in Europe. What a great way to use my talent to help. And it was really such a small price for me to take some time to do the design. I knew this, I wrote the saying right away. It's loosely, it says, the smallest seed rooted firm grows to shelter all. And if you really take a moment and think about it, my effort in designing this is that small seed. And then hopefully their campaign takes root, and you can go to their website and download the designs. A number of designers have done this, and it'll root that thought process firm and will raise money to help literally build buildings to shelter all. So I wanted my design to have a little deeper meaning to it. Plus I just love the design. You'll notice I don't have it framed yet. It is pinned and laced and ready to go. This one I have kind of decided right now you can instant download, so that's kind of a new thing. I'm not handling that at all. Casa Sanina is handling that, so you'll want to go to their website. You can also, I think, access it through their Facebook page, or at least get to their website that way. But when this piece, I think they're doing this through December, through the end of the year. And then when the rights come back to me to distribute or do whatever with, I think I'm going to keep this as what I call my fundraiser piece. I love the saying, I love the sentiment. It has very deep meaning for me. And it was just, I love the colors. I love the stitch. I love the soft palette. It's also an easy palette to change to complement your decor. But I think I'm going to get this one framed, and it'll hang in my home. And it's probably won't travel on trunk shows, but I'll take it with me when I go places and share that hopefully what brings out the giving spirit in others. So again, Casa Sanina, it's there. They've got a lot of the emails I get are kind of half English, half Italian, and some of the translation, the Google Translate doesn't always work, but the project itself is a project to be born again, to build these houses in rural Italy. And if you Google it, because that's partly what I did, I was just amazed at the devastation in these very rural parts of Italy, and just how overwhelming it must be to try and rebuild. So if I can help in some small way, I definitely want to do my part. So that, I think, was a pretty full video. We've got a little family member introduction. You want to wave again? I guess that's a hi and a bye, because he'll go back to work tomorrow, and talking about my series, my 12 days. And a whip and a finish and a fundraiser. I think that's a pretty full video. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for letting Billy be part of the video. And I will probably do another Floss Tube just after I get back from Needlework Galleria and let you know what all went on there. So we'll talk to you soon. Until then, enjoy the stitch.